Death Valley covers thousands of square miles of salt flats, rocky canyons, and sun-scorched dunes. It is a landscape of stark beauty, but it offers almost no refuge to those who venture away from the main roads. In April 2021, seasoned outdoor enthusiasts Alex Lofgren and Emily Henley arrived for a backcountry camping trip. They were well-equipped and experienced, carrying enough water and supplies to handle a routine excursion into the desert. At 5:30 p.m., 2 tires were shredded by a jagged rock embedded in the road. They were stranded in the heart of the park, 22 miles from the nearest paved road, with only 1 spare tire and no cell reception. They followed survival protocols. They left a note on the vehicle, packed their gear, and planned a route toward Mormon Point. At 4 a.m. the next morning, they set out on foot, hoping to reach help before the midday heat arrived. Their preparation turned a mechanical breakdown into a manageable hike. But as the trail narrowed, they were walking toward a geographical feature they hadn't anticipated. The trail led them into a slot canyon where the walls towered overhead. Eventually, the path ended at a 70-foot dry waterfall, a sheer cliff with no easy way down. Alex attempted to scout a path down the rock face by searching for natural holds. As Emily watched from the top, he lost his grip and fell 70 feet to the canyon floor below. Emily found a narrow crevice on the opposite wall and began a desperate descent to reach him. When the handholds vanished 30 feet above the ground, she dropped her pack and let go. She landed hard, the force of the impact snapping her ankle. Despite her injury, she reached Alex, but his fall had been fatal. Emily was now alone, trapped on a ledge with a broken ankle and limited supplies. She was pinned into a vertical world. Above her was the sheer 70-foot drop she had just descended. Below her, the canyon plunged another 100 feet. There was no way to climb out, and no way to continue down. Emily's first priority was her injury. She kept her hiking shoe tied tight, using it as a makeshift compression splint to manage the swelling in her shattered ankle. To defend against the afternoon sun, she spent an hour every day repairing a Mylar emergency blanket. She used Band-Aids from their survival kit to stitch together the metallic sheets, creating a crucial sunshade. A faint trickle of water ran down the canyon wall. By stacking rocks, she engineered a tiny dam to pool the water. She then soaked her clothes and a towel, using evaporative cooling to regulate her body temperature in the heat. She also rationed a small solar charger. She didn't use the phone to search for a signal. She used it to keep a digital journal, documenting her situation and her hope for rescue. Her survival depended on these daily actions: patching the blanket, soaking the towel, and maintaining the dam, performed hour after hour as she waited for help. Outside the canyon, a massive search and rescue operation had begun. Crews had to sweep through hundreds of miles of rugged mountains and salt flats, looking for any sign of the missing couple. On April 7th, investigators found Alex's entry in a backcountry logbook, listing their intended destination, narrowing the search area. Searchers then located the abandoned Subaru on Gold Valley Road. A handwritten note inside pointed toward Mormon Point, giving helicopter teams a specific vector. On the 4th day, a helicopter flew into the canyon. Emily grabbed the reflective Mylar blanket and waved it. The crew spotted the glint of the metallic sheet flashing from the shadows below. The helicopter was unable to land and had to pull away. As night fell, a drone was sent into the canyon to hover over Emily, using a spotlight to confirm she was alive, while she prepared for one final night on the ledge. Emily's survival was the result of her persistent signaling, intersecting with the rescuers' methodical analysis of the logs they found at the trailhead. At dawn, a Navy search and rescue team arrived. However, the narrow, twisting walls of the slot canyon made the extraction a technical challenge for the flight crew. Air from the helicopter's rotors bounced off the sheer walls, creating unpredictable turbulence that pushed the descending rescuers off course. The team fought these shifting winds for 20 minutes, repeatedly recalibrating until they reached the ledge and secured Emily. As she was airlifted out, she saw the vast, empty wilderness she had navigated. After she was rushed to a hospital, doctors confirmed that keeping her shoe on had prevented further damage to her foot during the 4 days she was stranded. In December 2021, the Alexander Lofgren Veterans and Parks Act was signed into law. It honors Alex's memory by providing veterans and Gold Star families with free lifetime access to all national parks. Emily's story is a testament to the endurance of the human spirit. She survived unimaginable loss and extreme conditions, turning a tragedy into a lasting legacy